Today is the day of the Lord. Let's welcome the Sunday homily with Father Ryan, RCJ. We are in the second Sunday of Lent, and this Sunday is commonly called as the Sunday of Transfiguration. Last Sunday it was the Sunday of temptation. And the question is, what is Transfiguration? During my seminary days, I had one companion who defined Transfiguration as Transfiguration means the transfer of one's vocation. No! Transfiguration is the moment of the Lord where He revealed His true identity to Peter, James, and John on the mountain. In this Transfiguration, it's like the Lord has shown His glory, the glory of His resurrection, as they traveled going through Jerusalem. But the Lord took this precious moment to reveal to the three disciples that He will have a glorious resurrection. They are following a victorious Lord. They are following a triumphant Master. Last Sunday, if you can still remember, my dear brothers and sisters, the setting of our story was in the desert, wherein the Lord was tempted by the devil. Now the setting is on the mountain. Before, one boy asked me, "Father, what is the highest mountain in the world?" The highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest. How about this, Father? What is the lowest mountain in the world? The lowest mountain in the world is Mount Taal in Batangas, Philippines. And the boy said, "No, Father. The lowest mountain in the world is Mountain Dew." Mountain. When we speak about mountain, it's a place where the Lord reveals Himself. In the Old Testament, our God revealed to Moses on the mountain in Mount Sinai. Our God revealed to the prophet Elijah on the mountain in Mount Carmel. So when we speak about mountain, it's more on a theological significance. The mountain is a place where the Lord has manifested Himself. The same is true with Peter, James, and John. The Lord Jesus led them to the mountain so that they will see the glorious resurrection of the Lord. Though this vision was sudden, just a glimpse, but this glimpse will bring them to eternity. Now, according to the story of St. Matthew, Jesus transfigured Himself in front of the three disciples. His face shone like the sun. His clothes became as white. That's the description of transfigured Lord. And this vision brought joy, happiness, gladness to the disciples, to the three chosen apostles, in particular Peter. That's why Peter said, "Lord, it is nice to be here. Lord, it is good to be here. Let us build 3 tents, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." Peter experienced this kind of happiness, this kind of ecstasy, and Peter wanted to prolong that experience. But there and behold, as Peter was speaking, the clouds came and covered the mountain, and there was the voice of the Father who said, "This is my beloved Son, to whom I am well pleased. Listen to Him." Peter had a special game plan to extend their stay because it was such a happy experience. It was such an ecstatic experience. He wanted to stay there longer. But the plan of the Lord, the plan of Jesus, was different. The Father said, "Listen to Him." And it's a good reflection for us. Sometimes we have our personal plan. Sometimes we have our personal desire and design in life. But the Lord is reminding us, listen to Jesus. Because the Lord will show us the real plan of God, the more beautiful plan of the Lord for us. We let go of our personal plan and allow the plan of the Lord, allow the will of the Lord to overcome us. Like in our first reading, Abraham was called by the Lord at the age of 75. He was being asked, "Go forth from your father's folk, go forth from your own land, and go to the land that I will show to you." Abraham followed what is directed by the Lord. That's why Abraham is called as the father of all faith, because he was willing enough to abandon his own idea, his own land. Though he was 75 years old, but he left his native land in order to follow the will of the Lord. Obedience, following the Lord, listening to the Lord. But sometimes in our life, it is so difficult for us to listen. In one classroom, the teacher asked the students, "All right, class, I have one question for you. Have you experienced kissing a ghost?" And John said, Mom, I already experienced." "Yes, John, what did you experience?" "Mom, I already experienced kissing the goats." Listening is our key to obedience. If we cannot listen well, we cannot follow well. More often, the Lord speaks in silence. If we are going to rearrange the word listen is silent. Silent. In silence, the Lord speaks. Let us embrace silence, because the Lord is speaking in silence. Our God is a God of silence. Through this silence of our heart, we are able to hear the voice of the Lord, and even we are able to hear the voice of our brothers and sisters who are suffering. We are able to listen to the cries of the poor around us. That's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. But that's the wisdom of the Lord, so that we speak less and we listen more.
You're watching, and this is Father Ryan Jimenez of the Rogationists of the Heart of Jesus, who always says, "Purihin ang Diyos."